Hello, how we doing?
Hello.
It's the Queen.
And the King.
She's back.
Yes.
Looks like we're going to get into part 2 of Educating Ricky.
I'm excited.
What was your favorite part last time?
The UFO story.
Yeah.
With the guy that grows a beard.
Alien grows man a beard.
Yes, I love that.
So, yeah, we haven't heard any of this. Except for the first 15 minutes, obviously. So let's continue, shall we?
Excited.
Let me get this. Oops, I forgot to do this.
I wish there was, like, a sequel on that. I want to know how the guy with the beard
A sequel
doing.
on
Yeah.
Alien Grows Man a Beard?
Yeah, I
if you
know
know
how
of a
he's doing.
sequel to that particular story, let us know
Or
in
if
the
that's
comments.
a movie now, I'd watch that.
I don't know. I think he... There's a part of me that thinks he stole that from, what's that movie? Fire in the Sky? I don't think you've ever seen that.
No.
But, which is an okay movie, but that one abduction scene is legendary and terrifying. That scarred
that
me
one
as a
you
kid.
showed me?
It was probably that one.
Yeah. Oh my god, that was so scary.
Alright, here we go, guys.
I wasn't disputing. He's all smug because he's had a phone call. That was back lost calls. Go on, tell him why you're all smug.
Because Adrian just called up.
Yeah.
After hearing the story about the Chinese kid.
Yeah.
And he said, yeah, that's true. He said that there was a TV programme on it.
Yeah.
He had a chromosome defect.
Yeah.
And it made him hairy. And his mum and dad...
De La Soul. Old school.
Brilliant.
Germany.
What was that they cut him off?
Yeah. Good stuff. Carl, so, Educating Ricky. You were going to tease us now with some of the big headlines you've got there.
Dancing.
Improving. He really is in the groove there.
is dancing there.
Right.
Right.
So,
Okay.
the way this works is,
What would you rather be, Carl?
I teach you
Superheroes.
3 things.
A frog boy, yeah, that you could leap onto a house, but you had to go first and leap onto a house. you're this frog boy, right? And that could be useful, couldn't it?
That's very useful, yeah.
Right, amploid, where you've got your hands and microphones, and you can talk into your hand and your whole body. It's like 100 decibels. You can go, "Oi, come here," and people can hear you from miles away. Amploid, right, right. Or sado, right? And that means that you can go up to anyone and go, alright, and they don't know why, they just get fed up for the whole day.
Which of those would you prefer? Don't answer now, have a think about it.
The frog thing, do I look like one, or...
No, you're just you and your little Ben Sherman shirt and everything, and they go, and people walk along and they go, oh, look at that young child on that roof, he's gonna fall, I wish Frog Boy was here, and you go, and you go down and you go, and they go, is it?
Try to do that noise.
That noise is getting us every time.
Try to do it.
No, I can't.
Like,
He doesn't know, he's like...
They don't recognise you when you're squatting, they go, oh, I don't know who you are. And you leap up there and say, and you come back and they go, where's Frog Boy? And you're standing up and you go, don't know, he went that way.
Yeah, I'd probably have that one.
Probably go with Frog Boy?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's pretty good.
Okay, go on.
Right, so, did that just go out? All that.
Go on, I've got a bad...
Hey, look, Rick, Carl's really planned this show. He's really worked out. He came in early, he was writing things down.
And there's me
planning
just
it,
coming up with rubbish
and
like
you're
that.
just talking rubbish. So, Carl, I know you've been
Right.
thinking this through. What have you got?
So, Educating Ricky, we did it last week. It's where I teach you some stuff, but rather than just teach you something, I tease you, so you want to know more, so you want to take in information, right? So,
If only people had taught you like that, Carl.
so
And also, it's the name of a film, sort of, nearly.
Coming up soon, Henry VIII and his, well, how many wives? Come back tomorrow, Carl, to find out.
right. Well, the little headlines I've got to sort of tease you with the story.
Yeah, this is gonna hurt me and I'm not very well. Go on.
Right, we've got
So this is what, sorry, I've just got lost for a minute there.
It's Educating Ricky.
This is Educating Ricky,
Yeah.
and these are the stories that these are the things you're gonna tell him.
yeah.
But these are just headline versions.
These are headlines.
This is not
because
the actual fact.
Then I think people will remember things.
Okay, alright, so you,
do know what I mean?
sort of bullet points.
Who can forget Hairy Chinese Boy?
Indeed, I shall never forget that.
Yeah.
So, first headline,
Ooh.
don't do that to it, you know it can't live without an head.
I've got no idea. It could be about the French Revolution. It could be about anything.
I know what it is.
No, you think you do.
No,
Right.
it's something I taught you. Is it the fact that cockroaches can live for 9 days without a head?
That's part of it, but it's something different as well. That's what I thought we'd bring up.
Okay, brilliant. So that's something to
Next one, you won't work it out. If only it was raining.
Brilliant.
Okay.
Right.
And the last one, what's tomato with you?
What's tomato with you?
Yeah.
Look how pleased he is.
You're obsessed with puns, aren't you, at the moment, Kay?
It just works. I think it works.
Yeah. You love puns.
So, there you go.
So which of those are you going to choose, right?
Oh, well, I'm going to have to choose. Don't do that. You know it can't live without a head.
Can we play a tune and we'll come back with
Yeah, I
that?
reckon.
Find out what that is. Yeah. Wow, what a history lesson that's going to be.
Dandy Warhols and Bohemian Like You on XFM 104.9. I'm Ricky Gervais, with me Steve Merchant and Karl Pilkington. Karl, what's the story then?
Right, so what did you say you're going for? You've got your 3 titles, your 3 teasers.
Well, I think I'm going to go for Don't Do That to It. You know it can't live without an head.
I'm looking forward to this.
Right.
Right.
So this is Educating Ricky, for those that have just tuned in.
Now, something that Ricky told me about when he was educating me was that a cockroach, if you cut its head off, it lives for a week,
Yeah.
right?
And the
And
only
what
reason it dies is because it can't take on water.
Sure. It doesn't have a great time in that week, though, does it?
No.
I mean, it doesn't
Doesn't have
get much done, I don't
It
think.
just needs water, and because it can't find any, like its eyes, it eventually dies, right?
No.
So what?
No, it's not. That's not. It's 'cause
Anyway.
it can't drink.
Anyway.
So have you heard that one about worms?
Okay.
I have gone.
If you cut a worm in half,
Yeah.
a lot of people have said in the past that it'll turn into 2 worms,
Right.
but that isn't actually true.
Okay. Who said that?
No, it used to be like, you know,
Kids at school
they said it on, kids at school and stuff.
Yeah.
So that, you know, a lot of people think that.
Don't pick him up on stuff, Steve.
used to
It's
be
bad.
that way.
mate.
Sure.
So, but what they can do, if you get a worm, right, and you find out which end its head's at,
Right.
if you you've got its head there at the left-hand side, right, and if you sort of cut it in half,
Right.
but not in half, so there's more of its neck than the tail, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The bit that you've cut off will sort of die, and the rest of the worm will get better. So in a way,
Get better.
you can cut it in half, and it'll survive, but only one half will survive.
I like how he said you have to cut it in half, but not completely in half. You gotta leave one side longer. He's a special
This is the
one.
part where we go, Karl, you're a maniac.
He's a special one.
Okay.
Yeah? What have you learned
I
there?
wish you hadn't chosen that one.
Yeah, me neither.
Because it's not. It's nothing, is it?
Yeah.
You know that
No
joke,
one
you know that joke, how would you tell a worm's head from its eye? You put it in a bowl of flour and wait till it farts.
Yes.
Right? I told my mate that, right? And he went, what if it coughs?
Yeah?
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah?
So, there is a bit of truth in that myth of cutting one in half.
Where did you get this information? I don't understand where you get this
That
information
was from the Fortean Times. It was like the myth about worms.
Yeah.
That was the big article that week.
Did it take you as long to read that article as it took you to tell us just then?
I like the fact that it starts off debunking a myth
Yeah.
that we have heard of anyway.
Exactly.
You know the big thing about cutting a worm in half and making 2 worms?
No.
Yeah. What's the other one? What's
I
the
mean,
other
it's not the
headline?
thing to do either, by the way. Don't go doing it.
No.
That's
Not very nice.
nice.
It's
to do.
cruel.
But it can get by
And
if
it's
you
pointless.
do. Yeah.
There's no scientific worth
Yeah.
in that.
Well, there you go.
Okay then.
So the others now, you see
was the
what I
others?
do. No,
What's
I
the
tell you
others?
the other titles. You're not having them yet. That's the whole idea of this. People will be driving or about to go out doing the shopping. They'll think about that now.
What was the other 2?
Well, the other 2.
They won't think about that. They've forgotten
No,
that.
they will. They will.
No, they've forgotten that already.
If only it was raining. And what's tomato with you?
Right,
That-
you've
I'm
gotta
looking
tell
forward
us-
to that one.
No, you've got to tell me tomato with you.
Look what's happening. You see, you already want more education, and this is what listeners will be doing.
I tell you, I wish you were a teacher. I so wish you were a teacher.
Do you know what I mean? And kids would be saying, I know it's 3:30, but I don't want to go home. I want more.
You want to
Yeah.
learn more.
And that's what I'm doing with you. I'm teaching you.
Why are
Taking
you
in
teaching
information.
me things about not to cut worms in half and what's tomato with you? Please tell me what's tomato with you, Carl.
In a bit.
No.
In a bit.
Rick,
What?
I tell you, he's thought the show through. He's
Yeah.
teasing the audience. You're excited. They're listening.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. So listen, I think we should all, because we got your competition to squeeze, and we got all these great goodies. Let's not
This is
forget.
amazing.
Hello, children of the corn.
I do feel slightly
That
guilty
away
that,
before
that now this is Carl Pilkington show. I don't think we should have our names involved.
No.
It's not fair, is it? And I think we should give Carl the money.
I don't want my name to this. It's a Ricky Gervais show. Yeah? Right, the quiz.
Yeah.
Will we get that out of the way, because they've only got an hour to start.
Don't you worry about that, Carl. I've already got this one. I'm thinking on your terms now. Let's play a tune. We'll come back
What
with
we
the
play?
big competition information. All right? Money Mark. We got a classic from Money Mark from his album Push the Button. Play that, Carl. And afterwards, are you excited? You got the competition. Look at his face. He's so
man.
excited now. He's thought this through.
He's loving it.
Rockbusters.
I want to hear the
Coldplay.
what's tomato with you.
Scientist
Yeah, I
on
wanna hear
XFM
that one
104.9. Right. Competition, isn't it?
No, it's Educating Ricky Part 2.
Oh, is it?
Yep.
I wasn't even listening. He's doing all the work, I wasn't even listening. Oh, and he's spilled some water on that. Right, what's this one again then?
Right,
What's the teaser headline?
teaser headline is, What's Tomato with You?
Brilliant.
Yeah?
Go on.
How excited were you when you came up with that? You couldn't wait to come in and tell us, could you?
I think it's a good one, because you won't forget it now, will you? I mean, like the worm one. What's so special about the worm?
You know, a lot of people think that if you cut a worm in half, two worms will grow, but no. What happens is if you cut the head end slightly nearer the tail than the tail will die, but the worm with the head will be okay.
See, he learned.
So, it's exploded a myth, and it taught me something.
Right, so, the second one, part 2 of Educating Ricky. What's Tomato with You?
Yeah.
What this one's about is, ages ago,
Scientific.
There's never a date. There's never a country, a location.
Okay, settle down, children. No, this is A-level history. Right.
Once upon a time.
Yeah. When a mental place with swords was a king, forget his name, but he was a loony. And it was we're literally ages ago.
Yeah.
So, good luck in the exam. Yeah.
right? So, like, you know, alright, many years ago,
Oh, yeah, yeah, cleared that up. Go on.
they thought tomatoes were poisonous. Right?
Okay.
Because what
Hold on, are they going to be proved wrong at the end of this story?
well, what,
Because I don't want to give away the ending, but is it something to do with are they poisonous tomatoes?
no.
Oh, you're a liar.
I don't believe it.
But,
Go on,
but
go
what,
on.
They could have been eating tomatoes all this time.
Oh, Steve, what's tomato with you anyway?
Okay, so hang on a minute.
what's
Let's just
tomato with
recap
you?
quickly. Many years ago,
Yeah.
when people thought tomatoes were poisonous.
yeah,
Go on, yeah.
well, they didn't know they were poisonous then, because they were still eating them. But what was happening?
Well, they're not.
was-
But they're not poisonous.
but hang on a minute.
Alright, let's not. I'm just going to listen. I'm not even
Okay,
going to
yeah,
talk.
no, okay, I'm not going to tackle it
So,
anymore.
if you remember, years ago, they didn't have, like, pottery plates. they had lead plates, right?
What are you talking?
Just let him talk.
Sorry, what year is this?
Let him talk.
Come on.
So he's
Plates made out of lead. And what
poisoning?
they'd end up doing, they'd say, right, do you want a tomato? And they'd go, yeah, alright. And they'd put the tomato on the lead plate and cut it. And because of the acid
it would
in the
clean
tomato,
it.
right, it would sort of make the lead runny, and the lead would go into the tomato, and they'd say, oh, it's lovely this, and they'd be eating it. They'd get food poisoning, lead poisoning, what have you, and they'd be really ill. So they thought tomatoes were poisonous, so they didn't eat them for many years.
And when
then
you say
someone
they,
said,
do you
this
mean
didn't
the
happen.
people of Narnia?
Yeah, this did not
Where was this happening?
sort of in Britain and that.
You put him on the spot there. Oh, I hope there's no uppity pupils at this school when they go, what do you mean, sir? Oh, if you're gonna... Oh, I'm fed up with you.
Do you understand?
No.
So the
No, you've got... No, right, okay, first of all, Carl, where'd you get this information from?
where did I
14
get
times
that?
as well?
Do you know?
You can't remember.
I don't know where I got that from. I don't know where I got it from.
Way to source your material,
But,
Carl.
why don't you think that makes sense?
But, what? Someone once got lead poisoning from a tomato?
Not just one, loads, and then all of a sudden. No.
Why is this educating me?
Because I'm telling you that tomatoes. You
I
eat them.
can't take anything away from this.
Yeah,
I don't know what to take away from this. What have I learned? What have I learned?
He's
Don't
flipping
mix
out.
lead with tomatoes. You know what? Why is this educational in any shape or form? What are you telling me? A long time ago in the land of Glunk, right, where the ninnies did slib, right, they thought tomatoes were poisonous because they ate plates of lead. What are you talking about?
Yeah, but we all know tomatoes aren't poisonous.
Is that what we're taking from the story?
Is that the moral of the story? Don't believe these people that I'd never heard of before. What are you talking about, Karl?
I think it's a bit weird.
It's a bit weird, yeah.
It's the same people that were spreading those malicious worm rumours.
My hangover's coming back. I've got to get some...
Oh man,
Oh my god. Oh, this is too much.
oh my gosh.
Must be the same people spreading these malicious rumors.
Some water, play a record that was rubbish.
Oh my god.
Caught by the River on XFM 104.9. I'm Ricky Gervais, with me Steve Merchant and Karl Pilkington, doing the button stuff. Actually becoming a little bit of a producer.
Yeah.
Karl,
He's got a bit of work, hasn't he? He's
Steve's
got
probably
a few games,
ready to go.
and we made him. He's getting a bit stressed when we shout at him because the mics don't work or it's hanging off. It was too hot in here. He couldn't get the thing working last week. I mean, I really would throw this studio away and get a real one.
Yeah. Well, I'd get one of those ones you can buy for like tenner from Argos.
Argos, yeah, like Bon Tempe. My first studio.
My first
With a little
broadcasting
picture of
studio.
Karl on it. Yeah.
Exactly. That'd be great product placement.
What have you got this week for us, Karl? Because again, we put very little. I said I would put. I'm not hungover, but I put nothing into
Rick, have you
it.
done any work for this week's show?
No.
None whatsoever? No.
Okay, Karl, what have you got? What have you got? Quick, keep them. It's 5 past. They're turning over already. They're finding other things.
Karl, what have you got with?
There's melon stew. There's everything. Well, go on.
We've got, after the success of last week, Rockbusters.
Okay.
We're doing that again.
Sorry, were you on the same show as that?
I thought it went alright last week.
Yeah, okay, good.
Right, so we'll be doing that. Got some nice prizes, which...
Oh, what prize? What arbitrary films have you got? Have you got?
Don't tell him yet. Don't tell him.
I'll tell you what. If it's Children of the Corn 2, then can I enter this competition?
There you go.
What is that?
He's got some different prizes. Maybe I should just tease the audience with those a bit later, Rick, because there's some exciting stuff there.
It's going to be amazing. Yeah.
Right, so
I don't want to give too much away, Rick, but one of them is a copy of The Office on DVD.
Is anything like maybe Burt Reynolds' straight-to-video film? Are any of those in
Sadly,
there?
nothing quite as classy.
Fist.
Yeah.
Right, so we've got that lot to give away.
Yeah.
We've got
on. Hurry up, quick.
educating Ricky, where I teach you stuff.
Because you taught me that people used to eat tomatoes off lead plates in the land of Narnia last week, which was good.
last week.
Yeah.
No, what
Is it only tomatoes they ate off the lead plates, by the way? Why didn't they think other fruits and vegetables were poisonous?
No, it wasn't. It was because tomatoes had acid in them. That was the problem. You see, you don't listen, right?
But lots of fruits have acid in them.
Yeah, but they didn't eat them back then. they didn't have bloody kiwi fruit and stuff.
Don't
did they,
say
back then?
bloody. You're a producer. I start saying shit and cock and stuff. You start saying bloody.
Tits.
Play the.
Hang on, right, and
Go on, play
keep him hooked, right?
Yeah.
We've still got a song with a story in it.
Yeah. You don't want to play Babushka, do you? He doesn't like the idea of Babushka. I told him that was a story.
Yeah.
And he doesn't like it. A devil went down to Georgia. Someone sent in. You know, he's looking for a soul to steal.
Yeah.
Doesn't like it. Won't you like that?
Do you know the song?
Not particularly.
Right, it's a song about a lad who goes into a pub on a normal night. And
it's in sort of the deep south of America, New Orleans, something like that. It's it's not the old Kent Road.
Right.
Okay, go
he
on.
goes into a pub, there's a devil in there, who's getting a bit cocky, he's had a bit to drink, and he's saying, do you want to sort of gamble your soul away with me, and we'll see who's best at playing the violin.
Yeah.
And I think the lad wins in the end, but it's not real enough. Whereas the one...
Oh! What? Not like the shadow that got...
What?
You don't know the devil went down to Georgia?
No, I've heard of the name of the song, but I've never listened to it.
I'd seen it if I had a better voice, but I told someone who was singing too.
No, yeah.
I can't believe you've never heard that song.
No.
It's like, it's a violin song.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like, never
It's like what?
It goes right. It's like,
Oh, babe.
I like the guy's voice he sings it.
Do you?
He's like, the devil went down to Georgia.
The devil went down to Georgia.
He was looking to steal some souls, and they do it loudly.
I actually think I have heard it. Actually, no.
And then I don't know the words, but it's like something little boy run. I don't think that's the words. But I just wanted you.
You're gonna be okay. Shall we continue?
Okay.
All right.
Got fed up and started pushing kids off bikes.
Rick, I think you're
In
referring
Boston.
to stuff that
I think the lad wins in the end, but it's not real enough. Whereas the one...
What? Not like the Shadow that got fed up and started pushing kids off bikes.
Rick, I think you're
In
referring
Boston.
to stuff that no one made sense of last week.
Yeah.
Did you hear that? Did we ever watch that? The one where he talks about a shadow in Boston is pushing kids off bikes.
The shadow never bothered anyone, but then one day
it was. Yeah, that was one of the most ridiculous stories I've ever heard in my life.
I was close with the alien in the beginning.
Yeah.
Those two got
No, I think that the shadow was worse.
I watched that
Yeah,
movie too.
exactly.
I don't think we should refer to last week.
Let's play Mock Turtles. Can you dig it? And then we'll come back and we'll talk about that.
and
I've come to the conclusion, Rick, we should never refer to stuff Karl said in the past, because it would just take too long to explain it.
Okay, alright, that's fair enough. Foo Fighters and All My Life on XFM 104.9. I'm Ricky Gervais with me, Stephen Merchant and Karl Pilkington. So, just before we do educating Ricky, this is where Karl thinks he can give me something of interest and teach me something to take away. Last week I found out that somewhere in a strange land people thought tomatoes were poisonous because they ate them with lead. Things like that. What was the other one you told me?
what was it last week? Worms. Cut me off.
Yeah. Oh, I sent him a text message. I was on the train, a bit bored, and I read in, I think it was Metro, scientists have found out that worms get stressed, and they found out that the fat ones didn't live as long. And when they checked the thin ones that lived longer, they found out they had a gene for de-stressing them. Right? Karl, do you remember what you said?
No.
He went, well, that's stupid, isn't it? He said, did these other ones die of natural causes? I went, yeah. He went, alright. Because it could be that the fat ones couldn't get off the pavement quick enough and got squashed. So maybe the scientists go, yeah, we didn't... yeah, just come to think of it, they were flat as well as fat.
I think the reason that the worms are getting stressed is because people like Karl are cutting them in half to try and make two snakes.
Yeah.
Two worms.
Yeah.
That's the concern.
He said they can't even commit suicide if they're stressed by cutting their throat. I also sent what I thought was quite interesting, that the science have found that the elephant hasn't got the best memory. The sea lion has, based on they've got a sea lion and they got it back into the old laboratory 10 years after it taught it a simple trick, and it could still do the trick. What did you say to that, Karl?
I'd say they don't go up to much anyway, so if you do teach it something, it is going to remember it.
Sure.
Because it's got nothing else to do.
Yeah.
And then it also, I mean, I like sea lions, they look nice and everything, but what do they do?
What was that? Sea lions?
Yeah, what are they here for? It's another jellyfish, he says, as far as I'm concerned. It's like, it's there and people know about them, but what do they do?
Yeah.
What do we do? What do we do, Karl? What do we do?
A cat, first, Steve said, is good for your heart. So
Why is it all geared to what's good for us?
Oh. Anyway.
Educating Ricky.
Good, we've settled that then, go on.
The titles that are meant to sort of pull you in.
Yeah.
We've got, what was it? Stocking, Aitken and Waterman.
Yeah.
You've got It's Not His Vault. And Get a Load of This.
Get a load of this. So, which pun do I pick first? I think I'll go for, get a load of this.
Get a Load of This.
Yeah, get a load of this, yeah.
Well, that's a story about a girl who, she was deaf, right, for 4 years. And, it happened quite a bit like this.
What year? Or was it,
I think it was
ages ago, was it?
Yeah, quite a bit back. She was deaf for about 4 years, having an argument with her mum, it said, which I didn't quite understand, because I don't know how they do that.
Yeah.
But she was having an argument, and a man pushed her against the wall, and she banged her head, and her hearing came back.
Okay.
Was she wearing a Walkman? And it fell out?
There's no explanation.
There's no explanation. Well, why is that teaching me something then?
So I knew you'd say this, right? So I thought, right, I'll stick something on it. Do you know that bees are deaf?
No! You can't just... No! someone something they don't know the answer to, they don't tell you something else. Just I'll tell you something else then. I can't answer that, I'll tell you something else. Imagine that. If you asked a teacher. Look, how do birds fly? Wow, if you're going to do that. Tallest building is... I mean, what?
Well,
That was the equivalent, Karl.
She's dead. She's dead.
I'm just like, how does that work? How does your hair come back? Well, I knew you were gonna say that. Bees can't hear.
It's so fucking random.
Running away when they ask you a question.
Yeah. Wow, if you're going to do that. Tallest building is... I mean, what?
well,
That was the equivalent, Karl, of running away when they ask you a question.
Yeah, the intellectual equivalent of going, look over there, there's a monster.
Yeah.
Listen, what do you mean? What she... Okay, so... Oh.
So her
There's
hearing
no
came back.
explanation. There's no explanation. Or you don't know.
well, there isn't one, is there, really? It's a bit
What,
weird.
But the only
did
thing
the doctors not look into it?
No, I think they just said, oh, that's good.
So again, I don't... Where did this information... Is that... If you read this on
Is
the net,
that
is that
it?
all they put on
There
the
was
net?
once a deaf woman who hit her head and she
And her
could hear.
hearing came back.
It was bizarre things about being deaf.
Was there
Oh,
three, like...
yeah.
Was there
I've got that book, yeah, it's a good book, that.
Was there three
Yeah.
more pages you just couldn't be bothered to read off?
Yeah.
No, it was just a little bit, and it
Was there a
said-
little picture, a cartoon picture?
No pictures, I just
You're
read
going,
it.
ow!
Look,
Ow,
if
I
you don't
can
want to
hear.
know, if you don't want to learn, you know.
Yeah. Okay, it's not his vault. Let me have it's not his vault. You got to save this. This has got to teach me something. It'll be an interesting story.
Right, it's not his vault. This fella,
Yeah.
What year? Ages
Olden
ago?
times?
I'd say in the 70s.
Okay.
Would you? Any evidence for that?
I'll,
Does he wear flares in the story?
Right.
Is that your reason?
no, it's a bit like Yuri Geller, this fella, right, where he's electric,
He's electric.
and, if he walks past the telly would fizz. If he walked past the radio, it all goes like that.
Oh.
His hair stuck up all the time, and he'd be having a bath, and everything would be alright, and then the power would sort of switch on in his body, and the electric in his body made him jump out of the bath. So...
What do you mean so? What is that so? What does that so mean? You've given us nothing. You've given us nothing.
You'd have to at least give us the scientific explanation.
Yeah.
Electric eels have 400 volts in them.
Oh, is this the running away again?
What was that one called?
Yeah, but but
It's not his vault.
but there's a reason that
It's not his fault.
I thought it was going to be something about.
I think we should do these the other way round. I think you
not
should
his
tell
fault.
us the story and then we'll hear the pun.
It's not his fault. It's not his fault.
Right, let's leave it.
Play a tune. Educating Ricky.
Doing it. We're not doing it.
No, we are.
Oh my god, that's enough for this session.
So I think we should do this. I think I should have educating Boomer.
Oh yeah?
And I have great things I could share with you.
Like what?
I don't know, really great things.
Really great things.
Yeah.
Like what?
You want me to just come up with one?
Sure.
I wasn't prepared. Okay, in a certain country, I don't know where, but they have cow parades where they decorate the cows. They get somewhere in like Switzerland or something, and they put flowers on their heads and like paint, and they parade them up and down the street. And I like that.
Okay, so what do I learn from this?
There's a cow parade somewhere out there.
There's a cow parade somewhere out there. We think Switzerland, we're not sure.
I don't know.
Could be any place.
You share me. You teach me something.
Like what?
Anything. Something like that.
Anything?
Yep.
A human will swallow at least 5 spiders in their lifetime.
I knew that.
Oh, okay. Well, I messed up too. But at least I was specific.
What kind of spiders?
Doesn't matter.
Are they like full-grown tarantulas or just like...
Probably not, but I'm sure that's happened before too.
Oh my god, I cry.
And it's when you're sleeping.
I wonder if you're in
Happens.
Florida, if you like eat any like lizards or anything.
Are you trying to tell me that you want to eat lizards?
I don't want to eat a lizard, but I'm just trying to think of a Florida animal.
Oh, yeah?
Quick boomer has to go to bed.
You will never see a gator walk sideways.
That's true. That's a learn. That's a thing. That's a learn. That's a lesson.
Okay, we're leaving.
Okay, bye.
We'll see you guys next time for part 3.